Imagine life like a map in a territory. The raw ground is muddy, messy, real. That's unconscious reality, the terrain itself. Then there's the map in your hand, distorted, drawn by past experiences, fears, wishes. Most people confuse the two. They keep trying to drive their car on the paper instead of the actual road. No wonder they get stuck. Now here's the kicker. The bridge between the paper and the mud, it's language. Not your language, not my language, their words. You mirror them back. You let them hear themselves. Like a kid finally seeing their reflection in a puddle and realizing, oh shit, that's me, that's rapport. That's transformation. So let me reframe this. A martial arts student throws sloppy punches. The teacher doesn't yell. He sets up a mirror. The student sees his own imbalance, corrects naturally. That's pacing before leading. Two guitarists in the same room. Pluck one string, the other vibrates. That's resonance. That's why echoing someone's words makes their nervous system hum in tune. Their unconscious says, finally, someone gets me. A kid draws a dragon. You don't say, they look nothing like a dragon. You say, wow, your dragon is fierce. Now the kid trusts you, and in that trust, you can show them how to add wings, scales, fire. You didn't break the reality, you expanded it. Now chunk down, how do you already do this? You nod when someone vents. That's pacing. You repeat their frustration back. So you feel they don't listen. That's mirroring. Then you add. And what you really want is respect. That's leading. You already do this unconsciously in fights, sales, seduction, parenting. Every time you've calmed someone down by saying exactly what they needed to hear, you bridged maps. The big picture, why does it matter? Because brains, they're prediction machines. When you mirror, you collapse uncertainty. Safety floods their nervous system. Oxytocin fires, resistance drops. Their map loosens. And that is when you can redraw it. Now let's hammer the science so your skeptical brain shuts up. Mirror neurons in the brain, they literally fire when someone sees or hears themselves reflected. Language patterns activate the anterior cingulate cortex, which modulates error detection. When their own words come back, the brain tags it as truth. Confusion disrupts the prefrontal cortex. That creates an open loop. In hypnosis, confusion is the doorway to which suggestion slides in. And let's not dodge the karma. What happens if you don't learn this? You keep arguing with people's maps. You keep shouting, look at the mud, while they clutch their paper. You lose trust, burn bridges, repeat patterns. Relationships fracture. Your kids stop listening. Your lovers shut down. Your colleagues resist every idea. That's hell. What happens if you do master this? You become the guy who can talk to anyone. You dissolve fights before they ignite. You plant ideas like seeds in fertile soil. You become unforgettable, not because you dominated, because people felt seen. And when people felt seen, they follow you anywhere. That's power. That's leadership. Now let me install this with some playful fire. You already know how to do this. You've done it drunk at 2 a.m, convincing your friends to take a cab instead of driving. You've done it at work when you said, yeah, this sucks, before offering a solution. You've done it with a lover when you said, I know you're hurt, before pulling them closer. Imagine turning that instinct into a superpower. Imagine knowing exactly when to echo, when to trust, when to cede the new frame. Imagine walking into any situation, hostile, chaotic, fearful, and bending it like a judo throw, using their own weight against them. So here's the command sequence. Pace. Say their reality as they say it. Mirror. Repeat the key words, tone, rhythm. Lead. Slide in a new possibility at the end of their sentence. Future pace. Imagine what happens when you try it this way. Anchor. Lock it with a gesture, a tone, or a metaphor that hits their heart. And yes, you'll be afraid. Afraid they'll see through it. Afraid they'll reject you. Afraid you're manipulating, but manipulation is just influence without ethics. Influence with love is leadership. And the fear, that's just your unconscious reminding you how much power this actually is. So let's land this. The world is mud and maps. People fight because they think their map is the mud. Your job, simple. Hand them a mirror so they see themselves. Echo their words until they feel safe. Then redraw the lines with care, with truth, with purpose. That's how you shift reality, one reflection at a time. Because here's the ultimate sleight of mouth reframe. You don't change people. You remind them who they already are.